$35 million is no small amount. Joy, when I read that Aaron Rodgers was giving back $35 million, I was shocked. But I realized that Aaron Rodgers, Shady, finally realized what it's all about for his career right now. What does Aaron Rodgers giving $35 million back prove?
When you realize that, did you realize you should give more money back to us? Let me know.
Shady,
I'm available.
We've been teammates before. And when we were teammates before for the Philadelphia Eagles, there are public contracts of what LeSean McCoy was making and what Emmanuel Acho was making. And the discrepancy, America, was very large.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
To answer your question.
Yeah, answer that question so we can get off the other.
I love what Aaron's doing, giving money back. That lets me know that he's dialed in. He's all the way bought into the Jets. And when I say that, I mean as far as if you need more money to get other pieces, other players, right, more depth, I think the best teams are the teams that have the most depth. Yep. And when guys are going to get hurt, that's just football. That's what it is. And we go out there get some offensive linemen, go out there get some running backs. Whatever you may need, he can support that with the money he gave back. So I love what he's doing. He's just showing that he's truly bought in and that he's going to be there for some time. That's another thing that I really realized is that he's going to be here for some time. Not just a one-year type of thing. I'm going to be here next year, too, and hopefully one more year. That'll be 3 years with the Jets. So I love that this different Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, it means he's committed. I'm not going to scoff at $35 million.
35.
In this economy?
Woo!
That's $35 million. Aaron Rodgers isn't a billionaire. He's made $340 million in his career in NFL earnings. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. But you take 35 off of that, that's
Talk strong 10%.
I think you're forgetting about the double check money he used to get.
Oh, no.
Come on,
no.
yeah.
We're not talking about off the field money. I'm talking about like what he's earned from NFL checks. He's done plenty of off the field. But it's still a lot of money. There's only a few things that you're going to need more than $35 million to buy in like a yacht. Might cost more than 35. An estate.
Short list.
A vineyard. Maybe a plane. You know, there's not a whole lot of things you can't buy for $35 million. So I can't scoff at that. I also think like whether it's petty, whether it's new Aaron, whether it's motivated Aaron or happy Aaron, whatever reason it is, he did it. And that was money he didn't have to give back, and it was guaranteed money. And as he said, it's money that was given back with the intention of make this team better. So to me, it says that he's dialed in. He's not just here to have some fun at the end of his career. He was tired of being in Green Bay. He wanted a new scene. He wanted to try something different. Sometimes that would be a perfectly reasonable thing for him to do anyway. If that's all he wanted to do, was just go play football in a place where he was having fun, but he didn't really feel any pressure to have high-level success. Yeah. Then he wouldn't need to give that back. And listen, we thought this Jets team was talented before he did this.
Right.
So to me, this is really saying, I'm willing to do the Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady thing, take a little less money with the impression that you as an organization are going to do with that money something intentional to make us better.
Shady, dare I say, Aaron Rodgers loves the Jets. He loves the Jets. The reason I know this is because Aaron Rodgers is communicating in the official love language of the National Football League. Shady, I've read a book before, The 5 Languages of Love. What is it? Physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. But in football, it's not about any of those love languages.
We know what Shady's is.
Yeah, I'm buying them gifts.
In football, Shady, you know this all too well. Only one language matters, and it's money.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers giving back $35 million shows that he loves the Jets. How do we know that money is the official love language in football? Because running backs are currently holding out, abstaining their love from their organization because of money. If you love me, show me the money. If you love me, give me back the money. Aaron Rodgers, he realizes that his best chess move, his best maneuver over the young quarterbacks in the AFC is to give money back. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers has a luxury that Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes did not have. Aaron Rodgers has already gotten paid over and over and over again. So while Deshaun got to get his first big bag, while Burrow still needs to get his first big bag, while Herbert better go get his first big bag, even Lawrence will soon get his first big bag, Rodgers has already gotten his. So how can he gain an advantage over them? Giving some of it back to get talent around him. That, to me, is what I really learned, Joy, through all of this is like, oh, wait a second, Rodgers, you really starting to figure it out.
It's also a great branding move.
Branding, okay.
I mean, it is. I mean, Aaron Rodgers cares about his brand. You can't go on an opinion show for sports once a week and then claim that you don't care about your brand or your appearance. It just is conflicting ideals. And over the past couple years, we've learned a lot about Aaron, some of which we like, some of which we really didn't like. And he's in the twilight years of his career. So you're in New York. There's already high expectations. You're willing to part with this money. What does it mean? I mean, we remember the first thing and we remember the last thing. The stuff in the middle can get a little muddled. You know, forget, remember that thing happened? Like, oh, I forgot about that. We went out on a high. Oh, well. So if he goes out on a high with New York, giving back $35 million, kicking it with the young guys, saying all the right things, being happy, going to OTAs, that's a way better way to go out than a little bit of the hostility that was going on in Green Bay,
Good point.
a little bit of the incidents that were going on in Green Bay. Very soon, we'll forget about that. Yeah, he'll be a Green Bay great forever. We'll remember him as a Packer for sure. But we remember Tom Brady as a Patriot, but we still think about the Bucs. Man, leaving the Patriots and winning a Super Bowl with the Bucs right away, and then going to the playoffs again, then going to the playoffs again, and looking like he's pushed back Father Time is a part of his story now, and it's how we will remember him. We will remember the high that Tom Brady left on. It matters.
It does.
Yeah. I mean, and like, think about him like changing. Like, I never in a million years would look at Aaron Rodgers in this light. Where now he looks way different.
Yeah.
Like I want to play for him. Where I've been around Aaron Rodgers, I mean, just being honest, at the Pro Bowl, I'm like this guy got to relax. And we always thinking that. We always like, this guy is different. But now watching him being with his teammates, giving $35 million back to get more players, like, he is changing every day, man, and I'm loving it.
Here's what's so fascinating. Is Aaron Rodgers actually changing, or has he just been playing everybody all along? We all know Aaron Rodgers thinks he's smarter than everybody, and usually I'm like, come on, Aaron Rodgers, we caught you. He said I wasn't vaccinated, or he said I've been immunized, right, thinking he's smarter than everybody. But y'all do realize he never needed the $50 million from the Packers. Like, that dawned on me this morning. So Aaron Rodgers got the highest average annual value from the Green Bay Packers in $50 million. But the moment he went to the Jets, he gave money back. Right. So it was never actually about the money. It was about proving to the Green Bay Packers, I can get you to do exactly what I want you to do, even if I don't even want what I'm telling you to do. I just want to prove to you I'm in a power position. If Rodgers didn't want the $50 million, I bet the Packers probably still could have, to some degree, had Devontae Adams. To some degree. Devontae Adams went to the Raiders not exclusively because of money, but when you think about the taxes in Las Vegas versus the taxes in Green Bay, there was still a monetary discrepancy there. Rodgers never even needed the $50 million. He just wanted to prove to Green Bay he could get it because he instantly gave it back. He hasn't even cashed in on 35 mil of it, Joy. He's given 35 mil back. So that proves to me it hasn't even been about the money for Rodgers.
Yeah, but, I mean, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room if you've got all the leverage.
He's always had all the leverage.
So, like Aaron Rodgers is a very calculated person. He does things on purpose. He says things on purpose. He puts himself in certain positions on purpose. He reveals certain things about himself on purpose. I don't think he's just like running around doing stuff. So I think he is smart, but whether you're the smartest guy in the room or the dumbest guy in the room, if you're the dumbest guy in the room and you got all the leverage, it don't matter. Congrats on being smart. Pay me my money.
Yeah, right.
So
that's a good point.
I hear you, but that's who Aaron has always been. I think that part of what's going on is new for Aaron because it's a new situation. He's never been in this situation before. When you go to a new situation, you can't say, oh, this is who I've always been. You've never had this experience before. Right. He's only ever played for the Packers. He's only ever played in Green Bay. He's always been the number one only guy. That's not necessarily the case in New York. We have some responsibility on the plate of Robert Saleh right now. We have some on Aaron Rodgers and now on the organization because he gave money back. There's young players that we all think are really talented. Yeah, we're putting the pressure on the Jets because of Aaron Rodgers, but there'd be pressure on Robert Saleh whether Aaron was there or not. So this is a completely new situation, not to mention it's New York City. It ain't Green Bay. It's going to be different this year. So it's hard for me to say this is who Aaron has always been. Aaron's always been calculated. I think that's still the same. But this guy that we're seeing might be a new Aaron because it's a new situation.
Shady, when you went to Buffalo, you were with the Philadelphia Eagles. They drafted you. You had spent the majority of your career there. You led the league in rushing there. You were an all-pro, I believe, as well there. Led the league in touchdowns as well 1 year there. But then you go to Buffalo. Is there ever a situation, or what did you do to try to prove to the Bills that, yo, I'm committed, I'm all in? Clearly, you didn't have the $35 million quarterback money to give back. But, like, did you do anything to go to greater lengths to try to prove your allegiance to the Bills?
Well, 16 in the first year, since you're asking. You know what? I can't really think of, like, one thing I just did in particular, but it was more just I want them to know that, hey, listen, the guy you getting, that you heard about, the players you thought you're getting him, right? And more. And I wanted to show my teammates that it wasn't about the money, or I'm not this type of flashy player. Like, I truly care that I'm here. And I think that's the thing with Aaron Rodgers, with going out to these dinners and going out to these basketball games with his teammates, to let them know that, listen, I am a Hall of Fame quarterback, but, hey, I'm here for y'all, and I'm happy to be here. And that's one thing, you get traded or you go to a new place, you want to let the people know that I'm happy to be here. And that's the fans and that's the players. Because
I would say right now, and most people have said, Aaron Rodgers is in the honeymoon phase, that early period in a new relationship, either with the team or with an individual, where everything is going great. You're trying to prove how great you are to them as they're trying to do the same to you. What brings the honeymoon phase to an end?
Losing. I mean, they're doing all these things to talk about, bringing the team together. But bring the team together with the chemistry to win. You do all this, going to games, and you're joking, this and that. He's getting new jewelry and chain. That's cool. That's nice. Gave up $35 million. Wonderful.
Yeah.
You just losing. You 0-5 to start the year off. Ain't nobody going to care about that. And it is New York City. You going to be in all the papers. You going to be in all the blogs. You everywhere. So I guess it's great, the things he's doing, and he's happy to be there. And the Jets, they're embracing him. They're happy he's there. But when you start losing, that's when you want to see the real honeymoon stage over. Like, oh, man, let's get rid of him.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.